How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm back with another review for Rurouni Kenshin Kyoto Disturbance. We are at episode 27, entitled The Abandoned Village. And I'm going to ask you, please don't abandon me. Hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of more reviews like this one. And my Patreon link is in the description below. You know what to do. So I am freshly rested, and I am ready to go. I gotta tell you, I missed this entire series. I missed it so much. Just hearing that theme song again, seeing these characters again, does me good. So, I mentioned, if you watched the last video and you looked in the comments, or maybe I said it in the video, but things flow so well with this show in particular. If you're watching it back to back, like taking a break and me going, all right, let me just jump back in. And you know how shows, they pick right back up where they left off. Bleach is notorious for that. They do a good job because it's like one continuous battle at one point. But the fact that it was at night, and I could have sworn that the same shot of like the sky reflecting on the river water, they picked up right back from that. You see the moon, and it's right after she mentions basically the Oniwaban shoe, and Kenshin's like, oh, he's getting flashes of all those guys are dead. Aoishi with their heads in his hand because he's like, I gotta leave and I gotta bury my people. Insane. But he refuses to tell Misao anything about Aoishi Shinomori. And what's funny is she figures out that he fought him. Because she's like, yeah, he got skills, the way he's moving. And Kenshin, like, his thought process is quite fun. It's quite fun when I see characters, you know, having thought processes while going through things. One, because it kind of reflects on real life. You know, I tend to be a bit of a overthinker at times. But he's going like, I should just tell her the truth. And, you know, then that'll just correct all of it. Just tell her, go home, stop looking for them, you know, X, Y, and Z. And I can't really have her sing with me because I got, you know, you got people on his neck. The ops, if you will. So Kenshin just goes, I'm gonna run. He literally starts running. And then she's running behind, but he's easily making it through this thick grass and the thickets and all that. And it's insane that he gets to a point and stops and he goes, no more running. And she's like, yeah. And there's a large crevice between them. She's like, damn, he crossed all this. And this was I hope Kenshin has flashbacks about this conversation with her. Excuse me, about this conversation with her. If I can, I want to say exactly what he said, but funny, looking through my notes, she did talk a lot of shit to Kenshin. Like she called him shrimp, mop head, X-shaped scar, violators of the Swords of Abolition Act, red kimono, and terrible taste. He's like, my name's Kenshin Hamura. Oh, so you gonna tell me about the dudes? This is this and that is that. So she kicked him in the face, which should be the thumbnail for this video. But he runs and she does, oh, I forgot another feat showing how cool he is. She does Kansatobi kunai. She just throws, that's her move, you know, in anime. People you gotta say the move or the move won't work, right? Throws the kunais and dude just unsheaths the blade, and just the pressure from that sends the kunais into the crevice. And it tells her to go back to Kyoto. You know, Aoishi is always gonna fight. He knows that. He knows Oniwaban will, and that's why he left her behind the way he did with the old man. And then he's like, it's better this way. And he thinks of Kaoru. And he's like, it's best to harden your heart and forget. That's for your own happiness. And you get the whole anime wind effect when something hits a person. Like, we saw Kaoru. They hit with Kaoru in the first episode, which is technically episode 25. And so kind of hits her, and she turns around and walks away. He's like, all right, that's good. And then she turns around. Like, I mean, we knew she was going to turn around. And she starts running. And I appreciate that she says, how does forgetting the person I love lead to happiness? That was brilliant. That was mostly for him. He needs to know that. Although if you think about this analytically in the real world, you could love somebody and it could be unrequited love. And so I don't know if forgetting said person does good, but is good, but you should move on. I still agree with her in the statement, because sometimes you just need to move forward. But you don't need to forget the feelings you had. You can, keep that in your mind and then move forward appropriately. But yeah, no, she's not cool like Kenshin. She's not strong like Aoishi. She's not amazing like Saito. She falls straight down. And now Kenshin's just like, damn, I gotta save her ass. And goes down. My dude not only catches her, does the coolest demon yell, gets to one of the ledges before the bottom and jumps all the way back up. And she's like, this guy is amazing. I can tell he fought Aoishi. But I refuse to believe that he lost to anybody. And I'm just in there like, Kenshin has a sword that technically doesn't kill unless he decides to flip it. Knows Aoishi. Won't tell you if he's alive or dead, but knows Aoishi. Your boy lost. Lol. He lost. Get over it. So we do get a little interlude talking about what happened with everybody else. I want to continue talking about this, but talking about this leads into some cool shit. So let's get the meanwhile out of the way. Sanosuke is lost. He's punching trees, going, I've never really trained. This just feels like I'm messing up nature. Kaoru and Yahiko, they're on a boat. They're on a boat. He's gotten seasick. She is focused because she's just thinking about getting to her man. I heard that, girl. Megumi, she doing treatment on the patient and lights their hair on fire because she's too busy thinking about Kenshin having to deal with Aoishi and has to deal with Shishio. So there's part of the reason why I said in the last review, yeah, she actually loves him. It's cute, it's sweet, interesting because she's bowing out to Kaoru, but not really bowing out. I don't get it. I don't know. I digress. Is there anyone? No, that's the whole crew right there. Where's Saito though? We didn't get a where's Saito. We get lots of and the thing that I appreciate about Kenshin and Misao's chemistry is we get lots of funny moments here. While he's basically leading her through, and he flat out tells her, I know if I told you don't follow me, you're gonna do it anyway. So look, stay a couple steps behind me, act like you don't know me. If something happens, just get the hell out. And so they travel on their way. She's like, we should break to eat. And he said, no, man, I ran off the road trying to lose you. I'm just going to cut through the forest, get back to the main road. I'll stop then. She's like, well, I got food. I'm just going to eat. He tells her to eat now. And he's like, I ain't pack a lunch. And you have all my money. So what is he going to do? And she's like telling him like, I'll give you some of this and just tell me some stuff. And he's ignoring her. Dude even catches a pit viper, and she does her little Hanya punches, and Kenshin easily dodges them, throws the viper away. Bro, you could have killed that and ate that, but okay. Throws the viper away. Viper scurries away, and he's listening, and she just now pays attention to it, and I paid attention to it from the beginning. He's been flattening out the grass, breaking branches and stuff, making the trek easier for her behind him. He could run through this stuff if he wanted to. She would have a harder time. And so she says, despite the obvious personality differences between Kenshin and Aoishi, they both have one thing in common where they don't really speak or show their true feelings. Especially when she does the breakdown of her honey bun Aoishi, flat out going, he's strong, silent. He is cold-hearted. He's cold-hearted. He would murder in a second, but he cares deeply about his allies. Before major battles, he would fake a smile for them, but she knows his hidden smile, and I would say his hidden smile is being able to see that his people were all right, but they're all in the dirt now, except for you. So, yeah. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. So we get to a point where we think Kenshin is about to be attacked, because he feels this presence, overwhelming presence, and they go in and it's a guy dying, and Kenshin's like, he's not dead yet, but he's going to. You got any last words, my dude? Before you die. He's like, protect my brother. And there's a kid he was holding. And the kid's name is Eiji. Eiji's brother. It must be hard to pass out and then wake up and see a mound that is where your brother is buried. And him and his brother were going through it. They're from a village. And actually, if you give me 2 seconds, everybody, I don't think I did not write down the name of this village on here. Give me a second. Oh, she gave Kenshin a biscuit, by the way. Anyway, it's called Shingetsu Village, right? Even the narrator tells us there's a little village slightly out of the way from Tokaido near Nomazu Juju. Bro, on the map, Shingetsu is not on there anymore. Matter of fact, Shishio's group shows up to this village. This man named Shinkaku kills the cop that's in charge. They send another cop. That cop is killed, and now no one else shows up and is run by Shishio. He shows up there every 6 months. I can't wait to tell you why he shows up, but he shows up there every 6 months, and they've taken over. So his brother was trying to get him out, but their parents are still there. So they're trying to go back and get the parents, but they took out the brother. He wants to avenge him. And Kenshin's like, no, I'll take on that burden of your brother. I will avenge him, and I'll take care of what's going on here. Because Kenshin already got beef with Aoishi. He not only killed one of my favorite dudes, bro, you are his successor, and he has to take some type of ownership of it. Tells Misao to watch the kid. Y'all know that shit wasn't gonna happen. They follow him while Kenshin heads into the village, and there are 2 bodies strung up. You already know where this is going, everybody. 2 bodies are strung up. They're all cut up like the brother's body was. And when the boy sees his parents, Okasan, Otosan, screams out. Misao's like, shit. Kenshin's like, damn. Kenshin is quickly surrounded by all these people in fake ninja outfits, and they go, outsiders will die. No outsiders here. Ho ho, I'm gonna kill you. And my boy Kenshin says some of the coolest shit. By the way, this town, very atmospheric. Foggy as hell. You could barely see anything until he got in there. And Kenshin says normally, and when the guy attacks him, Kenshin just hits him one time, kicks him into a group of the bad guys. And he says, normally this is where I say those who don't want to hurt should get back, but I can't bring myself to say that. Every last one of you goes down. Now, if he was a killer, that would have been even cooler, but technically he is a killer. But that was awesome. So he's beating their asses, and someone shows up behind them because Kid is going through it. Misao's like, we need to move. Someone about to get him. And then a sword breaks through this man's mouth, breaks his teeth as well, breaks through the dude's mouth, comes right out. And it's Saito Hajime going, why is he here and not headed to Kyoto? And that's how the episode ends. Next episode is Portrait of the Ambitious. I know this review was super short because there's a lot more action. It's a lot more action, a lot more subtle things that you should pay attention to, such as how Kenshin pays attention to Misao not wanting to break her heart about the news of her extended family and friends dying and what happened there, because he probably feels some type of Kenshin is one of those people. Damn, I'm one of those people too, who shoulders, that's a Pokemon, shoulders a lot of guilt, especially if there's things that he couldn't do about it, or if he feels like he could have done something about it. And maybe he felt like, dang, I could have saved these people. But if you remember from my review from the first season, a lot of Obi-Wan Banshu jumped in the way of the bullets so Kenshin and Aoishi could get through and stop Glassix McDumbass with the Gatling gun. So maybe he feels some type of responsibility for that. Maybe he doesn't want to break this young girl's heart. But she explains that she was raised with an old man. You would definitely see the old man soon. Remember from last episode, that's why she's trying to get back to Kyoto. And she just explains her dealings with him. She was saying, I would have been right there with him with as a konoichi to help him move the Oniwabanshu through. Girl, you 16, you young. He's like, yeah, stay over there. But it's obvious this is she falling in love with him kind of situation. It's kind of funny, the juxtapositions almost between her and Aoishi and Kenshin and Kaoru. Now Kaoru is, I want to say, 18, 19. Kenshin is 21, I think. There's a bit of an age gap there, but not a huge age gap there. So feudal era, but blah blah blah. But it's there's a little bit of juxtaposition, such as not wanting this person to leave, wanting to be with this person. Misao seems to have a bit more admiration for Aoishi, where Kaoru has more affection towards Kenshin. Like, her affection shows in other ways, and Misao's shows a little bit more like, oh man, you're so cool, I admire you so much, I love you. Right. But yeah, that instant death through the mouth was great. 4 out of 5. Cliffhanger kind of sold it for me, because this would have just kind of been kind of a normal episode. This would have been like a 3 for me, or 3.5, because of the good speeches given by Kenshin and Misao. But that insta death, that came right in at the end and shot the J. So 4 out of 5 from me. Let me know what you thought of this episode in the comment section down below. The next review is going to be a fun one, because there's way more action, but there's way much more for me to talk about. Go out and watch this one if you haven't. A lot of little subtle details, especially in Kenshin's actions, that I like it now in these modern reboots, where you can see the little intricacies of characters before it is brought to your attention, especially if you're not really paying attention. So go back and watch it if you haven't. Tell me what you thought of in the comment section below. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you be notified of more reviews like this one. And if you want to support me further, Patreon link in the description below. Thank you guys. Please be good, be blessed. Wash those hands, drink some water. Be safe out there, okay? Be good to yourselves, be good to others. Either way it goes, don't be a jerk, all right? Remember, there are people out there that love and care about you. Holidays are a rough time for most of us. So remember, there are people out there that would rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. I guarantee it, all right? My social media is in the description below. Come by, say hi, give me a follow. Is duly appreciated. Until next time, I'll see you. You know, these little videos over here. Click one of these, and I'll see you there. Oro?